Hello and good morning, Primary 3. Our lesson today is about comparing unit fractions using the number line. If I want to represent half on the number line, what I will do? I will look at the denominator here 2. So I will divide the number line into two equal parts. Here I will draw one dash to divide the number line into two equal parts. And if I want to represent 1 over 3 on the number line, what I will do? Yes, I will look at 3 and I will divide the number line into 3 equal parts, which means I will draw 2 dash. Yes, so the first part will called 1 over 3 and the second part 2 over 3. If we look the distance between 0 and 1 over 2 and compare it between the distance between 0 to 1 over 3, we will see that the distance between 0 till 1 over 2 more than the distance between 0 and 1 over 3. So, which means that 1 over 2 more than 1 over 3. In the fraction of the same numerators, the largest fraction has the smallest denominator. Again, in fraction of the same numerators, the largest fraction has the smallest denominator. We call this fraction crazy fraction, which means here I have 2 more than 3, but if I will find the fraction 1 over 2 must be more than 1 over 3. That's why called crazy fraction, because the smallest will be the greatest and the greatest will be the smallest. So 1 over 2 more than 1 over 3. Let's open your pamphlet with me, page 61. I have here question number 1. Arrange the fraction in an ascending order. At first, we must to remember that ascending order means order the fractions from the smallest to reach the greatest. So if I want to arrange this fraction from the smallest to reach the greatest, I will look at the denominator, the largest denominator, not the smallest. Like I said before, this is crazy fraction. So the smallest will be the greatest and the greatest will be the smallest. So here I have 1 over 3 and 1 over 5 and 1 over 6. If I want to order that in ascending order, yes, I will write at first 1 over 6 and after that 1 over 5 and 1 over 3. Number B, 1 over 2 and 1 over 8 and 1 over 4. Yes, I will draw at first 1 over 8 and 1 over 4 and 1 over 2. The number C, 1 over 12 and 1 over 7 and 1 over 10. Yes, 1 over 12, after that 1 over 10 and 1 over 7. Let's open your pamphlet, page 62. I have here question number 2. You use the number line to compare between two fractions. If I want to compare between two fractions, I can compare between two fractions easy, but I must to represent it on the number line at first. So I have here two number lines. The first number line I will represent 1 over 4 and the second I will represent 1 over 2. If I want to represent 1 over 4, what I will do? I will look at the denominator and the denominator here 4. So I will divide the number line into 4 equal parts. The first part called 1 over 4 and the second 2 over 4 and the third 3 over 4. And the second number line I will represent half. So I will divide the number line into two equal parts. So here I will divide the number line and the first part called 1 over 2. If I want to compare between the 1 over 4 and 1 over 2 on the number line, we will find that 1 over 2 more than 1 over 4. So here I have 1 over 4 less than 1 over 2. Number 2, 1 over 3 and 1 over 6. If I want to represent 1 over 3 on the number line, I must to divide the number line into three equal parts. The first part called 1 over 3 and the second part called 2 over 3. And 1 over 6, I will divide the number line into, yes, 6 equal parts. So I will draw how many dash? 5 dashes. Excellent. And here the first part called 1 over 6 and 2 over 6 and 3 over 6 and until I will finish at 5 over 6. If I want to compare between these two distance between 1 over 3 and 1 over 6, we will find that 1 over 3 more than 1 over 6. So I have here 1 over 3 more than 1 over 6. The third one, 1 over 6 and 1 over 8. I will draw two number lines from 0 to 1. At first I will represent 1 over 6, so I will divide the number line into 6 equal parts. So I will draw 5 dashes. The first part called 1 over 6, and the second 2 over 6, and the third 3 over 6, 4 over 6, excellent, 5 over 6. The second number line, yes, I will divide it into 8 equal parts. So I will draw 7 dash and I will start from 1 over 8 until I will finish to 7 over 8. So here 1 over 8, 2 over 8, 3 over 8, 4 over 8, 5 over 8, 6 over 8, 7 over 8. If I want to compare between the distance between 1 over 6 and 1 over 8, we will find that 1 over 6 more. Thank you and goodbye.